What does it mean to be a man after God's own heart? We're told that David pleased God and that he was a man after God's own heart. We also recognize him as a model of what it means to be a man of faith. We know that he wrote many of the Psalms and he was considered a very good king. But are these the things that make him a man after God's own heart? Let's examine the scriptures to find out what was so special about David. And afterward they asked for a king, so God gave them Saul, the son of Kish, a man of the tribe of Benjamin, for 40 years, and when he had removed him, he raised up for them David as king, to whom he also gave the testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, who will do all my will. We know that God was not happy with Saul, which is why he eventually replaced him with David as king. But what did Saul do that displeased God? And Samuel said to Saul, You have done foolishly. You have not kept the commandment of the Lord your God, which he commanded you. For now the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now your kingdom shall not continue. The Lord has sought for himself a man after his own heart. And the Lord has commanded him to be the commander over his people, because you have not kept what the Lord had commanded you. Samuel makes it very clear that the reason Saul was removed is because he did not keep God's commandments. This is in contrast to what a man after God's own heart would be. He was seeking a king who would keep his commandments, and so he selected David to become king. David loved the Lord with all of his heart, soul, mind, and strength. And this love finds its expression in obedience. That is why John writes, For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not burdensome. David was known for his psalms and his love for music and dance. Let's examine the words that he wrote in the Psalms to see if they reveal the desire of his heart. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall become like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. We see from the very first psalm that David is already talking about delighting and meditating on the law. And you will see that this is a common theme in all of his writings. He would not sing about his love for the commandments if he did not actually love them. Now let's take a moment and read over some of the psalms that he wrote. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of justice. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. I delight to do your will, O my God, and your law is within my heart. Blessed is the man whom you instruct, O Lord, and teach out of your law. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord. With my whole heart I have sought you. O let me not wander from your commandments. Open my eyes that I may see wondrous things from your law. Give me understanding, and I shall keep your law. Indeed, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me walk in the paths of your commandments, for I delight in it. So shall I keep your law continually, forever and ever, and I will walk at liberty, for I seek your precepts. And I will delight myself in your commandments, which I love. I made haste and did not delay to keep your commandments. The law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of coins of gold and silver. Let your tender mercies come to me, that I may live, for your law is my delight. Unless your law had been my delight, I would then have perished in my affliction. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have given me life. Oh, how I love your law! It is my meditation all the day. You, through your commandments, make me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all of my teachers, for your testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep your precepts. It is time for you to act, O Lord, for they have regarded your law as void. Rivers of water run down from my eyes, because men do not keep your law. It sure sounds like David has a heart for God's law. Did you notice that he always speaks highly about the law, and he encourages others to have the same attitude about it? His delight is the law of God, and his desire is to obey with his whole heart. Now, one last thing to consider is the legacy that he wanted to leave his son. This is important because he was leaving Solomon in charge of his entire kingdom. And he would want his son to be a good king and follow his father's footsteps. So what did David pray for his son before he died? And give my son Solomon a loyal heart to keep your commandments and your testimonies and your statutes, to do all these things, and to build the temple for which I have made provision. A father's prayer for his son comes straight from his deepest desires of his heart. The only reason for David to pray this way for his son is because he truly loved the law of God, and he truly wanted his son to keep the commandments. Now listen to what God said to Solomon when he became king. Now if you walk before me as your father David walked, in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded you, and if you keep my statutes and my judgments, then I will establish the throne of your kingdom over Israel forever, as I promised David your father. It's pretty clear from the Scriptures that God's desire is for us to obey Him. And it is apparent that David was a man after God's own heart, who made it his delight to keep God's commandments. By now it should be obvious to you that a man after God's own heart, like David, is to be a man who pursues God's law and who seeks to delight in and obey God's commandments. This is what it means to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. I want to close this teaching with God's own words expressing the desire He has for His people. Oh, that they had such a heart in them that they would fear me and always keep my commandments, that it might be well with them and with their children forever.